So welcome to Virtual Pilates. My name is Michelle, and we're going to start off with a 30-minute strength and flexibility Pilates session on the mat. If you have a pillow, grab a pillow just to keep close by. And yeah, we'll be on the mat for about 30 minutes. I'll do my best to try and give you some just some modifications if there's anything that's a bit challenging. But if there's anything that's causing you pain or you just don't feel like it's comfortable doing it, then just leave it out, take a rest on your mat, and then join in the next exercise. Okay, we are recording, so just watch what you say. Okay, so starting on your mat. And we're going to start off with our feet hip width apart. Morning, Michelle.
Morning.
And toes just slightly turned out. So try and find that neutral position. You're tilting your pelvis back and forth, trying to find that midline. Your hip bones at the back and your pelvic bone at the front, they should be relatively level, just in your pelvis. From here, you can have your hands on your hips. We're going to go into squats. So starting off with squats, coming down as far as is comfortable, making sure you're not feeling any pain or strain on your knees. If you can only go to the quarter range, that's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that. You can still get a very good workout through your thighs and your bum, even just going in that range. Alternatively, you can bring your hands together, just have a soft fist just in the front. Think about opening up through your chest. And we're just going straight up and down, squeezing your bum as you come up and trying to push that pelvis forward. Well done. Keep breathing, nice easy breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And shoulders, everything else are nice and soft. Just a few more here. And then from here, we're going to go into a heel rise as we come up. So we're going to come up into standing, pop up onto our toes, place our heels down, and then coming back into a squat. So we've just added a slight variation, challenging our balance a little bit, making sure you're on a nice, flat, even surface. And sticking that bottom out behind you as you squat down, and pulling up through the thighs as you come up onto your toes. We've got 4 more here before we change it up. That's it, keep it going, last 2. So we're gonna get the heart rate up pretty quickly today. Good. From here, come and move to one side of your mat. We're gonna come into just a quarter of a squat position. Hands are on your hips, and we're gonna step to the left. So we're gonna take 4 steps, keeping those toes facing forward. Then from here, hands reaching forward, coming down to that squat position, and we're pulsing for 8. Think about keeping your tailbone heavy. And then standing up, same thing again, hands on your hips. Now we're going to the right, the other way. Hips in line with your knees and ankles, coming down, holding it there, and then again, pulsing for 8. And standing up, same thing again, coming down into that squat, stepping to the side and together for 4. Hold it there, arms reaching out and pulsing for 8. Got 1 more after this. And standing up, last one. Step together, keeping that low squat. Holding it there, reaching the arms out, pulsing for 8. Keep breathing here, shoulders are soft. Almost done, and standing up. Good work. Come back into the center of your mat. Is everyone feeling a little bit warmed up? Bringing your arms into a genie position. Feet hip width apart. We're going to move into just some leg rises. So bringing your knee up towards your chest. Still trying to think about nice and long through your trunk. So be careful you're not collapsing as you bring that knee up. Think about floating that knee up, squeezing at the very end. Getting those lower tummy muscles working. And down. That's it. Good. Straight up and down. Keep going here. Lifting. Good. Last one on each side. And then from here, we're going to take our arms just a little bit further apart, fingertips together, and we're going to add a twist. So as you bring your right knee up, you're going to twist your body towards the right and then lower down back to the center. Same thing going the other way, back to the center, and again, twist, and just alternating side to side. Again, try and keep that length in your trunk, shoulders are soft, and you're just rotating from one side to the other. Good work. One more each side. Squeeze and lift, and squeeze and lift. Good work. Give those arms and legs a bit of a shake. So moving on into some arm exercises, stretching those arms out, fingertips nice and long, elbows straight. And we're going to start with some circles. While you're in this position, just be mindful of what's happening around your trunk. So your abs are switched on, rib cage is low, shoulders are down, and your knees are soft. And we're just going to take it into the arms, give our legs a little bit of a rest, changing direction. Same thing going the other way, reaching those arms out, shoulders are low. Keep it going there, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then from there, reaching those fingertips out, we're going to turn our thumbs so that they're facing down, and then turn our thumbs up. So the whole time, those arms are staying nice and straight. Shoulders are down, but you should feel your shoulder blades coming together as you rotate those thumbs up and moving apart as you rotate those thumbs down. So we're just working the shoulder blade area as well as the back of the arms a little bit. That's it, just a few more here before we move on to the next one. Those arms shouldn't be feeling too heavy just yet. Keep them there. And then reaching out. From here, bending your elbows, keeping your elbows and shoulders in line. And then we're kissing the elbows in towards each other and opening back up. Kiss and open. Feel those shoulder blades coming together. A little bit of tension in the back of the arms, which is where we're working, as well as through the front of the chest. Breathing in and out. Don't be afraid to smile here. It's not all bad. Got the sun shining. The rain let up. Keep going. Last 4. And then we're going to take it into the last position. Last one. And then bringing those arms back out to the side. This time you're going to take a little bit of a bend forward. Still think about drawing that stomach in. Fingertips come forward, arms are straight, and then you're pushing the backs of your hands behind you. The palms are facing forward, shoulders are soft, just like a modified reverse fly. So feeling those shoulders squeeze as you come back in. That's it. Arms are starting to feel it now. Just a little bit. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to hold it here and we're going to pulse for 12. So little pulses, pushing the backs of the hands to the wall behind you. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Give your arms a little shake. And we're going to go through that whole series one more time, but we're going to do a little bit quicker this time. So circles in one direction. And change it up, circles in the other direction. Nice small movements, tension through those arms. From there, thumbs are facing up, turning the thumbs down, turning the thumbs back. This second set's gonna burn a little bit, but that's okay. Those arms are gonna feel great after this. Keep rotating in and out, shoulders are soft, knees are relaxed, everything else is pulling up nice and strong through your trunk. Keep it there, almost done. Bend those elbows. The elbows are kissing, coming in and out. You're doing great. Keep it up. Last 3 here. And then going into the last one, we're almost finished with the arms. And then reaching those arms out to the side, coming down into that little forward position. Fingertips come together, pushing back with the hands. That's it. Feel that squeeze in the back of the shoulder. Elbows are soft, arms are still up. 4 here. 3, 2, last one. And then you guessed it, we've got our 12 pulses. Pulsing nice and small, pushing back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and letting it go. Woo! Feel that through the arms? Okay, so from here, we're going to take our stance a little bit wider. Toes are turned out, and we're going to go through just a little bit of a side stretch. So we're going to reach our hand all the way up overhead. Elbow comes to the knee if that's comfortable for you. And then really think about pushing down through your right foot into the mat and stretching your right hand away from that foot. Inhale as you come back up. Same thing going the other way. So still think about keeping that tailbone heavy. Pelvis is facing forward. Abs are switched on so you're not arching through your back. Try and think about keeping the rib cage down. And coming back up. One more time each side. Exhale as you stretch. And inhale as you come back up. Last one. Keeping that body nice and long. See if you can get just a little bit further. And coming back up. From here, we're going to move into our legs. So turning your toes facing forward, we're going to do an inside thigh stretch. So we're just going to lunge onto that left leg, keeping those toes facing forward. And it's as though you want to try and push that pelvis down towards the mat. So you're feeling a stretch on the inside thigh. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can bring your fingertips down. And then coming back up, same thing going the other way. Lunging over that right leg. Pelvis is coming towards the mat, a little bit more of a stretch, coming down to the fingertips. And inhale as you come back up. Still nice and strong through that trunk, making sure you're not putting any stress through your back. And coming back up, last one. Exhale as you move into that stretch. And inhale as you push back up. Bring your feet together and just come and sit down on your mat. So we're going to move into our abdominal series now. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm up. We've done these ones before. Holding on to the back of the thighs, we're going to start with a roll up prep. So tucking your tailbone under, think about rounding that lower back. And you're going to roll back just halfway. Pull your stomach in, think about scooping, using your abdominal muscles, and then sitting up nice and tall, restacking your spine. Same thing again, shoulders come forward, slouching through that lower back. Using your stomach muscles as you go down, curling to come back up. Good work. So we're just waking up the spine, waking up the abs, just getting everything fired up to head into our ab series. And last one here, neck is nice and soft, rolling back halfway, and then scooping and coming right up. Now you've got the option to stay there and keep doing that. Otherwise, if you want to take it a little bit further, a little bit more of a challenge, you're going to straighten your legs, bring your heels together, arms are reaching forward, and we're going to go into a full roll down. So same thing, you've got that scooping of your stomach, rounding your lower back, coming all the way down to the mat. Hands come overhead, and then inhale, chin to your chest, curling as you come up. Keep that rounded position as you reach forward. And then we're going back down. We've got 4 like this. Big inhale, using your stomach as you come up, rounding your back to come forward. And again, exhale to roll down. Inhale, chin to your chest, and exhale. Last one. Curling up and sitting forward. Good work. From here, we're just going to come down into our mat, lying flat, knees are bent, hands are just at your sides, and we're going to move into a teaser. So from here, same thing, you've got a couple of options. So for a teaser, we're going to straighten our right leg, and we're going to curl up from here, keeping that leg up as we lift our chest forward, and then rolling back down, that leg comes down to the mat. Another option is reaching for that thigh and getting a little bit of help with that lift, and then rolling back down, leg comes down. Whichever you choose, I really want you to think about lifting up through the chest, coming onto those sit bones before you roll back down. 3 more here. Exhale as you lift. And inhale to come back down. Last two. And last one. Holding it there. And then lowering back down. Same thing on the other side. Chin to your chest, using that leg to try and leverage you up. And coming back down. Nice and strong, opening up through the chest. Inhale, exhale. Last two here. And last one. And rolling back down. So moving into, we're going to do some obliques today. So you're going to bring your right leg up into a tabletop position. Left hand comes behind your head, and your right hand is reaching out to the side, just at the side of the mat. So you've got a couple of options here. So the first one is just your normal twist. So you're twisting, bringing your left shoulder towards your right knee and supporting your head with your hand. If that's a little bit uncomfortable, grab onto your pillow if you have it close by. And then from there, keeping your head flat, you can just lower that leg and come back up. You're still going to work the obliques on that side, but then you're just protecting your neck if you have some neck issues. Otherwise, keep going with the twist, shoulder to the knee. Exhaling as you curl up, inhaling as you come down. So we're going to go through a couple of variations, and I'll give you modifications as we go. Good. Keep it up. 4 more here. 3, 2, last one. Keep that position there. Now we're going to extend that leg. Same thing again. We're curling up, but with our legs straight, trying to keep it as close to 90 degrees as we can. If you're here, that's okay. If you want to keep that head down, then this is your option. Just lowering that leg straight and coming right back up. Still remember that nothing is happening around that lower back. So keeping that tailbone anchored, and you're just lifting shoulder to the knee. Keep breathing. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to take it down to 45 degrees. Same thing. Still twisting, a little bit more challenging. Again, your modification, if you want to keep that head flat, is just bending that knee in and straightening that knee to 45. Keep going here, whatever your choice. Last 5, 4, 3, breathing, and take a rest. Lower that leg down. Stretch your left hand overhead. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch. And then switching on to the other side. So same thing. Left leg comes up into tabletop. Right hand behind your head. And your left hand's reaching out to the side. So take whichever variation you feel comfortable with. And we're curling up. So shoulder is reaching towards that left knee as you twist and coming back down. Last 4 here. Good work. Taking that leg into a straight position, same thing again. Twisting up. Otherwise, you're just lowering that leg and coming back up if you want to keep your head down. You're doing great. Keep it up. Last 2, 1, and then finishing off with that leg coming to 45 and still twisting, shoulder towards the outside of your thigh. You should be feeling that just on the side of the stomach. 2, last 1. And same thing again, lowering that leg, reaching that arm overhead. And then bringing your arms to your side. We're going to finish off our series with our hundreds. So you've got a couple of options here. You can either have your legs down coming up into that hover position, and then you're pulsing from here. Otherwise, you can bring your legs up into tabletop, or you can even extend them if you want. Whichever position you choose, coming up nice and strong, and we're inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. Strong through those fingers, arms are pulsing, stomach's drawn in, keep it going. This is the bit where I have to stop talking because I gotta concentrate. Good, keep breathing. Dig into that breath, almost there. Last 4. 2 more. And last 1. Bring your knees into your chest and take a little rest. Just give yourself a little bit of a massage, rolling your knees in one direction, and then rolling your knees in the other direction. Great work. Abs are done. Move on. Okay, from here, let's have a little bit of fun, and we'll just do some rolling. So bringing the knees nice and tight into your chest, chin comes up, and we're just gonna do 4 rolls like a ball. So see if you can come right back onto your shoulders and coming up onto your toes. Stay at 2 more here. Last 1. And then from here, cross your ankles and just come onto your knees on your mat. So we're gonna do 1 exercise in high kneeling. If you get sore knees, grab that cushion that I asked you to keep close and just pop that under your knees. Otherwise, you can fold your mat if you're kneeling on a mat. And we're just gonna come up into high kneeling. So your feet are flat, ankles are flush with the mat. Think about finding that neutral position of your pelvis. Once you're there, you're gonna hold that position there. And we're gonna move just as a unit. Our knees, shoulders, hips all stay in line. So you're doing this little lean back. We're gonna start with our hands just gently in front of us. Your neck is an extension of your spine, head is nice and long. And you're leaning back and coming forward. Again, think about using your stomach and your ribs so you're not arching into that back position, loading up your lower back. We're just coming back as far as you can and then coming forward. To challenge yourself, bring your hands forward just a touch. Same thing, shoulders are soft. 3 more in this position, and then we're gonna take it to 1 more variation. Exhale as you lean back. Inhale as you float forward. Last 2. And last 1. And then from here, as we take it back, we're gonna lean back, and then we're gonna bring our arms overhead, back to the front, and coming forward. Same thing again, leaning back, hold it there, arms come up, and forward. 2 more here. So we're feeling it in the front of our thighs, a little bit of our trunk. Last 1. And coming forward. Good work. Just coming down onto your hands and knees. You can move that pillow away if you want. And we're just going to transition through cat-cow pose before we go into some thumb and arm exercises. So hands are shoulder width apart. Think about rotating those elbows forward. Knees are directly under your hips. And then we're going to start off by tucking our tailbone under, curling our spine up towards the sky. And then inhale as we let everything fall to the mat, lifting our head up. Same thing again. Exhale as you curl, pushing away from the mat. And inhale as everything falls, lifting the head up. And then from here, we're gonna find our neutral position. So find that spine position where your back is relatively flat. Knees are just a little bit closer together. Hands are pushing into the mat, elbows forward. So you're nice and strong through that upper body. Then from here, you're gonna extend your right leg behind you, toes just touching on the mat. And then we're gonna take it into just a leg lift. So you're just lifting that leg up. Think about squeezing the bum. So we're gonna get those buttock muscles working. And then we'll add a little bit of arm. Just straight up and down. Just make sure you're not getting too much dipping in that lower back. So using your abdominal muscles to hold on and just taking it straight up and down. We've got another 5 here. Last 2. And then bringing that knee in. So you should be feeling that a little bit in the bum. And then same thing on the other side. Stretching that leg out, nice and long. Think about keeping that leg really straight and strong. And we're just lifting straight up and down, squeezing that bum as we lift and lower. Great work, keep it going. Last 5, squeeze and lift, 3, 1, and then bringing those knees in together. Bring your hands forward on the mat. We're gonna go into a Pilates push-up. So feet, ankles, knees are together. Hands are a little bit further away from your mat. You can either keep your hips low and come down into this position. Otherwise, if you find that a bit too challenging, bring your hands a bit closer and you can stick your bum up and put a little bit less weight through the arms. So your choice. We've got 6 coming down and pushing back up. Nice and strong. Last 2. And last 1. Great. Come back into that 4-point kneeling position. So now we're going to take it to another variation. So we're going to extend that right leg behind us. At the same time, we're bringing our left hand forward, taking them both off the mat. So your left hand, thumbs facing up as though you're going to do a handshake. And then everything comes back to the mat. And we're switching sides. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you come back to center. Again, nothing should really be moving around that trunk. That's your solid foundation. So you want to try and keep that nice and steady. And then exhale and inhale. Good. You might find one side a little bit more challenging than the other. Totally normal. Try and focus a little bit more on keeping that balance on that side. And one more time each side. Exhale as you lift and lengthen. Inhale as you come down. Great work. This time coming into our push-up position again, but you're gonna have your hands a little bit closer. And we're gonna go into a tricep push-up. So your elbows stay close to your sides and then pushing up from there. Same thing, we've got 6. Well done. Last 2. And last 1. Good work. And then bring it back up into that 4-point position. We've got one more series to go through and then we can go into our stretches. So from here, you're gonna go back to extending that right leg, left arm. But from here, we're gonna bring everything into the center. So elbow comes in towards your knee, squeeze, and then lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, squeeze, and then reach. Good work. 4 more here, and then we'll switch sides. 3, nice and strong. Last 1. And bringing that arm and leg down, switching to the other side. Same thing again. Reaching that left leg, right arm out. Elbow and knee come together, and then they reach away. Don't forget about your breathing. Now's not the time to hold your breath. Last 4. Good work, last 1. And then bringing those hands down, we've got one more variation for our push-ups. You're gonna bring your hands into a diamond position. So fingertips, your first finger and your thumb are together. Placing them on the mat just in front of you. And then same thing again, knees, ankles, toes together. Elbows are pointing out to the side and you're pushing up from there. You got it. We've got 6. 3, 2, last one. Well done. And then coming back, knees are open, toes are together, and just give yourself a little rest coming onto the mat. Wiggle your hips a little bit from side to side, and just take a couple of nice deep breaths here. From there, just walk your fingertips forward. Tuck your toes under and bring your knees a little bit closer together. And then if that's comfortable, just stretching those toes out on the bottom of the feet, just sitting back on your heels, feeling a little bit of stretch through the bottom of your foot. And then from here, you're going to place your hands onto the mat, push up onto your feet, and then slowly roll up, curling your back, stomach comes in, and coming up into a standing position. So we're going to finish off with a couple of stretches. Placing your hands behind your head, we're going to do a modified toe touch exercise here. So hands stay placed behind your head, just gently grasping. We're going to start by tucking our chin to our chest, a little bit of pressure with our hands, and then rolling all the way down. Knees are soft, hanging there. As you come up, pull with your stomach. Start squeezing your bum, rounding your back, and your head comes up last. From here, we're going to go into an upper back extension. So we're going to try and think about opening up through our chest. Elbows are opening, and we're lifting our chest up towards the sky, trying not to arch through that lower back, so you're still using your stomach to brace there. Opening up, nice stretch, and then coming back to the center. Same thing again, we've got 2 more just like this. Chin to your chest, rolling down. Knees are soft. Using your stomach as you curl back up, squeezing your bum. Nice and tall. Try and think about lengthening through your trunk. Really reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky as you open. And coming back to the center. Great work, one more. Chin to your chest, rolling down. Inhale, pulling up. Nice and long and strong. Exhale, opening up through the chest, leaning back. And inhale, back to the center. Taking your left foot forward, we're going to come into a little bit of a high lunge. So your right heel is coming off the mat. And I want you to think about tucking that tailbone under. So you're squeezing your bum, pushing your hips forward, and then just lunging on that front leg. So you should feel a stretch down the front of that right thigh. Back heel is off. And you're just squeezing your bum. Think about pushing that hip forward. From there, lace your fingers together, reaching your palms away. Take that back heel a little bit closer. And then we're going to keep the heel down this time. Back leg stays straight. And we're just coming into a calf stretch. From there, lacing your fingers behind your back into a fist, pushing those knuckles down. And then again, back leg comes a little bit closer, lunging on your right leg, left toes come up, and you're getting a stretch down the back of that left leg. Good work. Let go of the arms. Same thing on the other side. So bringing that right foot forward, left heel is off the mat. Try and find that pelvic position. So it's that tucking under, holding it there as you come into a little lunge. You should feel that stretch in the front of the hip, a little bit in the thigh. Holding it there. Shoulders, neck, everything else is nice and soft. And then grabbing your hands, fingers together, turning your palms away. Back foot comes closer, heel down, and coming into a calf stretch. Breathing. And then hands come behind your back. Back foot comes a little bit closer, reaching your palms down towards the ground. Shoulders are open and coming into a hamstring stretch down the back of that right leg. Chest is open. Try not to collapse. Think about lifting up through your trunk, pushing down through the mat. And then coming up from there. Face forward on your mat. We'll just do a couple of arm stretches to finish off. Reaching both hands up towards the ceiling, dropping your right hand behind your neck, and then just gently grabbing on with your left. Getting a tricep stretch, so you're getting that stretch down the back of the arm. Just remember what's happening around here. Knees are soft, tailbone's tucked under, abs are on. Just getting that stretch through the back of the arm. And then keeping on the same arm, that right arm is going to come across the body. Getting a stretch in the back of the shoulder. Shoulders soft, neck is soft. Almost done. And then hands down by your side, same thing again, reaching both arms all the way up to the ceiling, bending that left hand towards the back of the neck. And then a little bit of a stretch in the tricep. Breathing here. Left arm comes across the body, feeling a stretch in the back of the shoulder. And then just placing your arms just at your side, palms facing forward. We're going to take 3 big shoulder shrugs all the way up towards your ears. Hold that there. And then exhale as you let the arms come down. Same thing again, shoulders rolling all the way up. And exhale. Last one, big. And exhale. Great work, girls. Thank you so much for joining me. I really had a good time this morning, and hopefully your arms aren't feeling too sore and you're feeling a little bit more energy after doing that.
Thanks for watching, swimmers. If you've enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel below, and also consider checking out our Swim Smooth Guru at the link below too.